Am I in focus? Yep, I'm in focus. So you want to go full-time as a videographer, filmmaker, content creator? Well, I think I can help you out. So stick around. Let's get it. So a little bit about myself. I am a full-time filmmaker. I shoot video, film all day, every day. This is my full-time gig. I have been in the professional space for about 10, 11 years now. I was on and off, full-time, part-time, working dead-end jobs. But now I am a full-time filmmaker. I do tons of work and I'm always busy. And in this video, I'm gonna share you guys how I got there. Just a disclaimer, everybody's path is different. What I did might not work for you. It might work for you, I don't know. But this is my journey and how I went from just this kid with a dream to actually living in my dream and doing what I love for a living every day. I'm gonna try to break this down in 5 steps that make sense. I'm sure you probably heard 50 million people talk about how they do it and this is the only way to do it, but everybody's journey is different. Everybody's path is different. So first step, and this is a step that everyone can agree on, is practice, practice, practice. Hone your skills, become the best that you can be. And just not any skill, right? Find out what you want to do, find your niche. Like for me, when I started out, I wanted to do everything. I did directing, lighting, and acting, and editing, all of that stuff. I tried everything, try everything out. Try different type of gigs, different type of shoots that you want to do. I did weddings for a while. I did events. I did commercials. I did all kinds of stuff. Find out what you want to do. And once you find your niche, you practice and just hammer down on that niche. Like dig into it. Like become the best at that niche that you can be. I want to tell a story about a good friend of mine. His name is Andrew. Shout out to Andrew. He is a beast. He's an audio guy. When I first met him, he wasn't, I've known him for a long time, and he wasn't really the audio guy he is today. But when I mention audio in Charlotte or in our area, people mention Andrew. He is the audio guy. He is the only audio guy that I would hire in this area, to be honest, because he is the best at it and he has broken audio down to a science. So become the best in that niche. Focus on your niche. And when I did that, that's when things started to take off. Focus on that skill, that one skill. If you want to be an editor, focus on being the best editor in your city. All right, so tip number 2 is networking. Find out who's crushing it. Find out who you can follow, shadow, whatever the case may be. Intern is networking. You're working on your skills, so you know how to shoot now. So next thing is to get in front of the right people. When I started out, I found this one guy in Charlotte. He did Connecting the Dots. His name is Carlos Davis. If you're watching this, shout out, that's my mentor. He did networking events. And when I met him on Instagram, I offered to shoot his events for free. And I shot his events for free for years. And that is actually what really kickstarted my career. So I honed my skills. I became good at what I did. I knew how to shoot. I knew how to operate a camera. I knew how to edit and all those things. So now it was just, okay, now I need people to see it. So I started shooting these networking events for free and it skyrocketed my career. Honestly, that's how I really got started. Is you want to network with people who are doing stuff. And I learned a lot from hanging out with them and taking it all in. I'm not saying do free video to get ahead, because a lot of times that don't work. But if you can find a networking event to shoot and just cover it, then do that. And that will get you some clients. Now, a lot of the clients, it was small clients, it was big clients, but you're gonna get the small clients starting out, and then you're gonna get the big clients as you grow. But networking is key. So let's review. Tip number 1 was hone your skills. Tip number 2 was network. So tip number 3 is to build your reputation. Make sure you build a really good reputation, because that is what's going to determine whether or not you can be trusted, and that's going to determine whether or not people are going to want to actually recommend you to other people. I can't tell you how many times some of my biggest jobs came from word of mouth and just me having good reputation. What I try to do is on every job that I do, no matter how big or small the job is, I try to give 100% and do the best work I can do. I can't say that I never had hiccups and I never slipped up with a client. I've had some times where I messed up and lost clients and other stuff like that. That's just the nature of the beast. That's just gonna happen. You're gonna mess up. You're gonna lose clients. You're gonna do something clients don't like. They're gonna hate your videos. That's just what it is, you know. But you got to take that and keep going. You got to learn from that mistake and better yourself. So reputation is key, because if you don't have a good reputation, you don't really have anything, and no one's really going to trust you and want to work with you no matter how good you are. Because I've had people who are okay with video, but they get so many like video jobs bigger than me, honestly, jobs bigger than my jobs, and they just have a good reputation, a good personality. So just be likable, have a good reputation, and don't try to be out here and just get over on people. Be honest always. If you don't know how to do something, don't do it. I made the mistake of taking jobs I know nothing about. You don't have to take every job. If you don't know how to do something, don't do it. Again, I do shoot jobs outside of my niche, but I don't post it. I don't advertise it. I only advertise my brand. Like, I do lighting, I do corporate videos. That is my brand. I don't do anything else outside of that. So here's the biggest thing, and this is something that a lot of people can't grasp, and I was the same way until I met the guy that I'm working with now, and he taught me a valuable lesson in content creation and business, and that is turnaround time is the most important thing ever. Listen to me. If your client's going to pay you X amount of dollars to do a project and you get back to them in a week, 2 weeks, that's cool. That's what they expect. But if you are the guy that are turning projects around in 24 to 48 hours, trust me, they will come back and they will love you and they will work with you over anybody else on your turnaround times alone. So that is the best nugget that I can give you out of this video is turnaround times are important. Whenever you do a job, have those quick turnaround times, because you don't want your clients waiting a week, 2 weeks to get your video. So that's when you have to enhance your skills and be good at what you do, because now I can get a video edited so quickly because A, I build presets for myself, B, I use other presets that I paid for, and C, I use LUTs to color grade my videos. If you haven't watched my color grading videos, check those out. But I spent the time and the money to be able to turn around projects really quickly so I can get that project done, move on to the next one. And trust me, when you're turning projects around 24 to 48 hours, clients are very forgiving. They won't be asking for a million things to change, because at this point, they asking for revisions because like you took 3 weeks to get the video done. Change this, change that. It should be perfect. But have a good turnaround time. Now, it depends on the project now. I mean, some projects you can't get it done in 24 to 48 hours. I get that. But most projects that we do, especially photographers, you can get those pictures sent off the next day. You go home and you just watching TV. You ain't doing nothing, because if you're watching this video, 9 times out of 10, you're not a full-time content creator. So you have time. If you really want it, you have time. And I would stay up all night. I would shoot and get off a shoot at 9 a.m., at 9 p.m. or 10 p.m. And what I do is I load all my footage, take all my footage off my card, put it on my computer, and then I load everything into Premiere. So when I wake up in the morning or the next day when I have time, I have everything loaded up and ready to go. So all I have to do is sit down and edit. And most times, I'll be honest, when I go through copying all the footage and I look at all the footage and I put it on my in Premiere, I start editing. I get a rough cut that night. So the next day, it's just literally like 20, 30 minutes, maybe more, a little bit more time to just get everything finalized and done. But don't ever sit on your footage. Get it done. Your clients will love you. So yeah. That's tip number 4. Hopefully that helped you out. And here is the last and final tip. Tip number 5. Subscribe to my YouTube channel if you want to go full time. Nah, I'm joking. But seriously, tip number 5 is build a community. Build a community of friends that you can work with. This goes back to like networking and all this stuff. Is to build a community, because being a content creator it's a different type of life. It's a different type of world, especially when you do it full time and you're in bigger jobs and all this stuff. Is you want to build people that you can trust, because once you get bigger, you will start hiring people, and you want to hire people that you can trust. I've fallen into the trap where I hired somebody and they didn't deliver, or the client was unhappy. So you want to find people that you can trust, people that you can connect with, people who are in the same wavelength as you. I gotta be on the same vibrations, whatever you believe in, but you have to be on that same energy type deal. So yeah, that's my last tip. I just want to leave that with you guys. I guess that wasn't really a tip, but still subscribe, because if you want to learn more about filmmaking and all this stuff, then I'm your guy. I know a lot. I've been doing it for a while. So yeah, subscribe to your boy. I need more subscribers. I probably cut all that out. That was stupid. But yeah, thanks for watching. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.